the needs at a young age, so when they start making money, they can determine what is something that they want over what is something that they need. Also, so that we can make sure our resources are available throughout their lifetime and their children's lifetime. Some of the main topics that we covered were goods and services, businesses, interest rates, and misrepresentation in ads that we thought would allow them to dream big and live within their means. And then one of the most important things we thought was valid for this was that not all of our students will be shown these money smart behaviors from their parents or from their guardians. So as our students advisors, we can teach them these behaviors to hopefully prevent them from lives of debt and manipulation. So our first lesson is on what we call popcorn economics, and basically the objective was to show the students firsthand what scarcity would be of resources in their environment. They'll know how to define scarcity and apply it. They'll also learn about natural and capital resources. We need popcorn, newspapers, cereal, brown bags. Basically, a student's going to be given a scenario. We'll run through it. I don't want to go too into it though, because this is the activity we're doing with you guys. The second lesson was price versus quality. The objective was to help our students understand what some of the criteria are for assessing the quality of products, and understand that you might not always have to buy the most expensive product. You need to shop smart when it comes to buying products. The teacher's going to kind of go through and show them some images or hold up products of some of the things that they might find in their household, and she'll take a poll to see what your parents might buy the name brand for, what they might buy the generic brand for. Maybe it's cleaning supplies or cereal or pasta or something like that. And then the kids are going to do a popcorn taste testing. You're going to have 3 to 5 different brands of popcorn. You're not going to tell them what the brand name is. They'll just be labeled A through E. And then they'll taste each popcorn. They'll fill out a form to help them decide which is their favorite brand. And then they'll just kind of look and see how much each brand costs, and they can make inferences based on that. The next lesson is on interest earning. Granted, students might not be opening a bank account at this age, but some students, if they, have like communion or birthdays and their grandparents give them money, or if their family members give them money, bank accounts are a great thing for students to have and learn about, because the students can learn how to develop small saving strategies for purposes, apply interest rates from banks, and increase savings. And then they would be able to open a bank account. The teacher will kind of like go through forms that you have to fill out, show them how, like, if you put money into the bank, you'll earn interest and what it means and how long it'll take them to earn a certain amount of money. So what the kids are going to do is they're going to make a list of 5 items that total over $30 or more, and they're going to talk about how they get money, and that could be through mowing your neighbor's lawn, or cleaning up after your brother and sister, or babysitting them, something like that. And then just in case some students don't have an income per week, like maybe their parents don't give them $5 for mowing the lawn or something like that, because we don't want anybody to feel left out based on economical status, we'll just give them a standard rate of $6.25 per week. And then basically they're just going to go and simulate their own bank account and see how long it'll take them to purchase the items that they wanted out of their list.
The next one is basically they're going to learn how to make a budget, and we're going to give them an amount of $500 a week. That would be their paycheck, and they're going to be given a scenario, and you can vary this, I think, but the one I just created was that they have just newly rented an apartment, but they need to furnish it. They're going to have to put groceries in it. They're going to have to buy work clothes, and that's what they're going to write a list basically of the things. That's kind of what we were talking about, the needs and the wants. You don't have to have a big screen TV, and that's important to make them understand that you might need to buy dress shoes or something of that nature for your job that you have to have in order to keep the apartment. So we're going to have them write the list down of the things, and then we're going to have them do a presentation that would basically be their assessment, and do a presentation on how they decided that they can spend their money any way they want, but they do have to account for some savings. And even if it's $1, they just have to have some sort of way to account for that. So that's one of them. And this one here, this is going to be where they're going to learn how to start up
Okay,
What's
this
this
one?
first?
Okay. This one, they're gonna learn how to be entrepreneurs, just to kind of get them started, maybe help them to think big so that they don't always just have to do what their parents did or feel discouraged about starting something of their own when they grow up. So the objective is for students to understand the major components that are entailed in creating a new business. It'll just give them kind of a bird's eye view of what it's like. We're going to have them break into groups. After we do an example, we're going to use a major corporation like McDonald's and have them answer a couple questions like what kind of services do they provide, how much do the products cost, what demographics do they need, how did they get started, how many stores do they have, etc. So that they can see something that they know really well and to then apply it to how they would start their own business. And then they're going to get into the groups. They'll have a worksheet to fill out, which asks them questions about product, services, price range, employees, how you're going to start your business, etc. And then they're going to present it to the class.
Okay. This is kind of a continuation of the last lesson. With this one, they're going to actually, they're going to be put in groups basically into twos. And together, they're going to actually create a business of their own, a store of their own. So how this would work is together they would have to design a sign for advertising. They would need to write a list of the things that they would want to carry in their store and the services they want to provide. They will create a budget and a floor plan for their store, decide whether it's going to be in a city or a small town, as well as how many employees, because they've got to come up with a way to pay their employees as well. That's expensive. And then they're going to talk about their price ranges and shipping costs and other budgets. That's another important aspect of business. So that's something that we would cover. And then as kind of bringing it all together for them, on a piece of poster board, we would have them draw what the outside of their store would be, and they can design it however they want. So this is more of a real creative kind of conglomeration of both ideas. And but then they will present the business plan and the poster board to the class and explain what business they decided to run. And the important thing that I think is kind of underlying in this is that I divided them up in groups on purpose so that they had to work with somebody and they had to understand that when you're partners with somebody, it takes a little bit of both people kind of being more willing to make decisions they necessarily wouldn't want to do. So then this is another lesson that we did on, this is more about emotions. This is how, basically how we would, how we affect, how this, how do I word this? It's supposed to give them an idea of why we talk about kids are so obsessed with labels and logos and all that. This would be more, you have a series of questions. And in my lesson, there's actually the questions themselves for room space. But there's actually this website here will give also a little game that you can do to kind of also kind of help with that as well if they're not real sure. But it's to get them talking and thinking about basically who influences them. Is it their older brothers and sisters? Is it ads on TV? Is it the internet? Kind of thinking in those terms. Why do they think that something is cool? What makes it cool? Why is it so, is it more important to have something that you see your friends having? Why is that important? Kind of more drawing that, their feelings about it. So that's that one. And then this one is about false advertising being a smart consumer. And you would need some magazines and maybe access to internet. And kind of start out with a discussion about things that ads that they remember, images they've seen on TV that automatically you recognize, like the Nike symbol. Everybody knows what that symbol means, and how packaging can sometimes really affect, even if the product is the same product as another one, if the packaging on one is a little bit more colorful or more entertaining, you're probably your eyes going to draw to that. And so what this one is basically, and we're going to do basically a blind taste test on different brands of water. It was the simplest thing I could think of that They would use tap water, spring water, and then just 2 brands. I just came up with Aquafina and Dasani because Aquafina is made by Pepsi, Dasani is made by Coke. And you'd ask, and basically you'd ask the student, you'd have one person, we'd have them in groups of 2, and one person would be doing the recording, and the other person would basically be doing the testing. And you would basically, we would talk about the results, and we would find out what students decided that if they could tell a difference, if it was a Coke product or a Pepsi product, or if it was just tap water. So that is one that I think the advertising, I think a lot of kids that age, they're very impressed by the way ads are in magazines and that kind of thing. So I think that might be good. And this one also has a really good, this website here has another game that kind of goes along with that. So that was just one of them. And then the one on sales tax is, in a way, it's kind of like ordering from a catalog. Best way I could describe it. I would probably get the kids grouped in 2s, and basically each student would be given $300, a total of $600. And they would have to write down the page number, all that. They'd be giving catalogs. That's how I would do that. And then they would be able to pick things from that catalog. Whether it was, you could do it on the internet as well, I think. And then what they would have to do is, after they've got everything listed that they're going to purchase, they have to stay within that $600 exactly. And so with tax and all that, and that's what this is all about, is we're going to have them add an actual additional 20% and the sales tax. And it's kind of a game, so whoever got closest to exactly $600 would win. And so then what we would also discuss kind of in closing would be how different cities have different sales tax. Different cities have different sales tax. From town to town, you'll see a difference. So that's something that I think is important for kids to understand. There are some states that don't even have sales tax on certain products. So I think those are important things when they get out and they are buying things in the future, whether it's groceries or anything like that. I think that's important that they understand that.
Okay, and then the last one we have is just a consumer education review bingo game. We're going to go over, we're going to get kids in the groups, they're going to review, they're going to quiz each other, they'll have like a term that we're going to use in bingo, and the other kid's going to, give a definition or give an example, and whichever student was able to get the most correct or name the most or compare the most would get an extra free space on their bingo card for the game, so they got an advantage. And then bingo's pretty traditional. The kids will fill out their own bingo sheet so they can put in whichever definition they wanted, and it'll be varied among the students. Whatever kid gets bingos, they get extra credit on their test, and we thought it was just a good way to be able to assess what the kids knew, what they didn't know, because then we would go over what we had called and make sure that everybody understood the examples and definitions that were given. Okay, so the activity we have for you guys today was our popcorn economics lesson, and so what we would like to do is have this first row over here. Come on up. We were given a gift by one of the parents at the school. So if you guys want, they donated some popcorn. You can come up and just grab however much popcorn you want. We have bags for you. Go with this row first. So however much you want to take is up to you. Don't be shy. I know it's dinner time and we're hungry. And it's fat-free popcorn because we want our students to stay healthy, so we don't get the movie theater popcorn.
He doesn't like
Oh, maybe we should top 1%. So we say, what if we don't go back to choices?
Sit down, it's awesome. Welcome to the library.
Yeah.
There's a secret section.
I own 3 puppies.
Why do I have to
I own an owl, a cookie girl, and a fox. She's like a duo.
Okay. You
Somehow
have
like
very good
Baby
photos.
John. Then I open up the bag.
You get popcorn?
Oh, I have
She brought back somebody.
Yeah, you're correct.
There's no popcorn in this one. Oh my gosh, it's dry pasta noodles. Maybe there's some popcorn in here. What is it? Oh, it's newspaper. Okay, well, sorry guys, I guess we ran out of popcorn for all of you. Gosh, I guess it was pretty scarce, right? Were our resources scarce? Okay. So what kind of, were you guys upset? Did it bum you out? Do you think it's fair?
I was really looking forward to having some of that popcorn.
I'm sorry. What are some ideas we have about how we could fix this problem? Maggie could share. Okay, so Maggie could share with everybody.
Maggie, did you want
Any
to
other
share
ideas? Make more popcorn, okay. If we had more popcorn, we can make more popcorn.
Buy cheaper brands, so you can buy more.
Buy cheaper brands so we can buy more, okay. Anything else?
Have people arm wrestle for it.
Maybe in gym class or something?
Don't
Okay.
mind you to go.
So you guys did good. This is how the lesson plan was designed to show kids that there's scarcity in resources. So maybe it would have helped if we knew exactly how much popcorn we had to distribute it among the students. And we've popped more popcorn, so I already have some, just because we don't want everybody to fill out. But you're supposed to like set it up so that kids notice that there isn't enough and then they freak out. So good job. That was it. Nobody asked a question.